Good morning, dear students. Previous class we discussed valence shell electron pair repulsion theory and some of the examples illustrated based on valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. If the molecule containing lone pair as well as bond pair, the geometry is irregular and bond angle is reduced and shape is differ than that of geometry. These concepts are discussed in the previous class. Then today's discussion is another type of chemical bonds. We already discussed type of chemical bonds in that ionic bond, second one is covalent bond, then third one is coordinate bond or dative bond. Third type of chemical bond is coordinate bond, or it is also called as dative bond. Coordinate bond is a special type of covalent bond. It is a special type of covalent bond. It is a special type of covalent bond, and it can be defined the bond formed by sharing of electron pairs contributing by one of the bonded atoms. ಈಗ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಒಂದೇ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ by sharing of electron pairs contributed by one of the bonded atoms. ಆ bonded atoms ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಒಂದು atom ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. That is nothing but dative bond or coordinate bond ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. The bond formed by sharing of electron pair contributed by one of the bonded atoms is called coordinate or dative bond. Coordinate or dative bond is nothing but bond formed by sharing of electron pair contributed by one of the bonded atoms is called coordinate bond ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. And this coordinate bond formed by two atoms, the atom which contributed pair of electrons is called donor ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Donor is nothing but ಯಾವುದು pair of electron ಕೊಡ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ that is nothing but donor. Donor it must contains at least one lone pair of electron. Donor must contain at least one lone pair of electron. And the atom which accepts the electron pairs, ಯಾವುದು electron pairs ನ accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೈತಲ್ಲ that is called acceptor. And acceptor must contains at least two electrons less than the inert gas configuration. Inert gas configuration ಕಿಂತ ಎರಡು electrons ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. The two important points, the atoms which contributes the pair of electrons is called donor. That is nothing but ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ that is called a donor ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. It must contain ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ at least ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. It must contains at least one lone pair of one lone pair. It must contain at least one lone pair. ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. Then second point is the atoms which accepts the pair of electrons or electron pair of electron is called acceptor. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ acceptor. ಯಾವ್ದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ pair of electron ತಗೋತೈತಲ್ಲ that is called acceptor. ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ತದಲ್ಲ that is nothing but donor ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is acceptor. And acceptor must contains 2 electron less than the inert gas configuration. It must contains two electrons less than the inert gas configuration. Inert gas configuration ಕಿಂತ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂಥವು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ those are called as acceptors ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ? ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. And these coordinate bonds are generally represented by an arrow pointing towards acceptor to donor. Arrow head ದಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ coordinate bonds ಅನ್ನ represent ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ and the arrow head pointing towards donor to acceptor. The coordinate bonds are represented by an arrow. ದಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ towards donor to acceptor. The coordinate bonds are represented by an arrowhead pointing towards donor to acceptor. And after the formation of coordinate bond, it is equivalent to covalent bond. Covalent bond is equivalent. That's why it is a special case of covalent bond. After the formation of coordinate bond, it is equivalent to covalent bond, or it is equal to covalent bond. These are some important points in the coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is nothing but the bond formed by sharing of electron pairs contributed by one of the bonded atoms is called coordinate or dative bond. And in dative or coordinate bond formation, one of the bonded atom is donor and another bonded atom is acceptor. Acceptor is the atom which accepts the pair of electron is called acceptor, which contain or it must contain at least 2 electron less than that of inert gas configuration. And the atom which contributes the pair of electrons is called donor, and it must contain at least one lone pair of electron, and the coordinate bond is represented by an arrow pointing towards donor to acceptor. Donor to acceptor in pandra pointing direction irtada, and after the formation of coordinate bond it is equivalent to that is covalent bond. And some of the examples for coordinate bond, first one is ammonia, boron, trifluoride. Ammonia, boron, trifluoride, that is represented NH3 BF3. NH3 BF3 coordinate bond is formed, and this is an example. In this molecule, ammonia NH3, it is represented here, H3N, which contain lone pair of electron, and it is called donor. Donor is nothing but it must contain at least one lone pair. In ammonia, the nitrogen atom contains lone pair of electron, and it called donor. And boron trifluoride, it is incomplete octet molecule and 2 electrons less than that of next noble gas configuration, and this is called acceptor. This is called acceptor anta karithare. And donor, the lone pair on nitrogen atom in ammonia molecule donates the pair of electron to the electron deficient boron trifluoride to form coordinate bond between ammonia and boron trifluoride. H3N BF3, or it is also represented H3N BF3 like this. The arrowhead pointing towards donor to acceptor, because the lone pair on nitrogen in ammonia donates the pair of electron to the electron deficient boron trifluoride. This is an example. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಬರೀ 6 ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. 3 electron pairs ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನಾಗ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್, 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 electrons less than the next noble gas configuration, and those 2 electrons are donated by nitrogen atom in ammonia molecule and forming coordinate bond. Second example is ammonium ion, NH4 plus. This is the second example. This one is the first example for coordinate or dative bond. In this, let us consider ammonia molecule is forming a coordinate bond with the hydrogen ion, H plus ion. This is also called as proton anta karitanu. H plus, the hydrogen atom contains only 1 electron, and in plus 1 oxidation state means adu 1 electron loss agirtade, and this is short of 2 electron to attain next noble gas, that is helium configuration attain agak 2 electron ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ deficient ಐತಿ. This ammonia molecule, the central nitrogen containing lone pair of electron, and this lone pair of electron donates the hydrogen ion to form a coordinate bond. This is a donor, this one is acceptor. It forms H3N H plus charge, whole NH4 plus ಗೆ charge ಇರ್ತವೆ, or it is also represented H3N coordinate bond H plus. This is ammonium ion NH4 plus, in that one hydrogen nitrogen coordinate bond is formed, and this is an example for dative or coordinate bond. Then third one is hydronium ion H3O plus, it is also called as protonated water anta karitare, protonated water or hydronium ion. In this water contains 2 lone pair of electron and H plus. The reaction between water and hydrogen ion to form a coordinate bond between these two and forming H2O H plus or H2O coordinate bond H, whole bracket plus charge. Here this one is a donor, water molecule containing 2 lone pair of electron, and one of the lone pair of electron is donated to the proton or hydrogen ion. H plus ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, and this is called acceptor. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? acceptor. This is the coordinate or dative bond and examples. Coordinate bond is nothing but the bond formed by sharing of electron pairs contributed by one of the bonded atoms is called coordinate bond. In that the 2 bonded atoms, one is donor and other one is acceptor. Donor must contain lone pair of electron, at least one lone pair of electron. Acceptor must have or must contain 2 electrons less than the next noble gas configuration. And these coordinate bonds are represented by arrowhead pointing towards donor to acceptor. After the formation of coordinate bond, this is an equivalent to the covalent bond. This is about a coordinate or dative bond. Definition, examples ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Then third type of chemical bond, that is hydrogen bond. Fourth type of chemical bond, we discussed 3 different types of chemical bonds. One is ionic bonding, second one covalent, third one coordinate bond. Then fourth type of chemical bond is hydrogen bond, or it is also called as hydrogen bonding. What is meant by hydrogen bond? Hydrogen bond ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? It is a weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom and more electronegative atom of same molecule or different molecule. ಒಂದ molecule ಒಳಗಿಂದ electronegative atom ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is called ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೀಕ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ನೋಡಿರಿ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್. ಇವ್ರ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೀಕ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. the weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom and more electronegative atom of the same molecule or different molecule. That is nothing but hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is nothing but the weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom and more electronegative atom of the same molecule or different molecule. ಎರಡರೊಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೇಮ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ the weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom and more electronegative atom of the same molecule or different molecule, and this is also called as it is a dipole interaction between two atoms. ಎರಡು atom ನಡು dipole interaction ಅಂದ್ರೆ more electronegative ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅವೆರಡರ ನಡು dipole interaction ಆಯ್ತು. that is also called as hydrogen bonding. Then what are the conditions of hydrogen bonding? Conditions. Conditions for hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವಪ್ಪ? The hydrogen bond is formed between hydrogen atom and a highly electronegative atoms such as oxygen, nitrogen and fluorine or some other electronegative elements. The first condition is hydrogen bond is formed between hydrogen atom and a highly En means electronegative atom such as nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine etc. ಇವ್ರ ಜೋಡಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್. ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ electronegative atom should be small. These are the two important conditions for hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bond formation ಆಗಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವು ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Then some of the important points in the hydrogen bonding is the hydrogen bond has a strength of about 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. Covalent bond strength is 300 kilojoule per mole, but the hydrogen bond strength is 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. The hydrogen bond strength has a strength of about 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. This much of strength between hydrogen and more electronegative element, that is hydrogen bond strength is 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. Then but the covalent bond strength is more than, that is more than 100 kilojoule irtade, up to 300-500 kilojoule. Then second point is the hydrogen bond between two atoms is generally represented or indicated by dotted lines. Hydrogen bond ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ dotted line, coordinate bond arrow head ಲೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, covalent bond simple ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ bond ಲೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. The hydrogen bond between two atoms is generally represented by a dotted line. Covalent bond is solid line le represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, coordinate bond arrow head le represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, and hydrogen bond is represented by a dotted line. Then another point is the strength of hydrogen bond increases with increase in the electronegativity of the other element. Electronegativity of the other element increase ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ strength of hydrogen bond is also increases. The strength of hydrogen bond increases with an increase in the electronegativity of the other element. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಅದರದ್ದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಗ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bond is nothing but it is the weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen and more electronegative atom of same molecule or different molecule, that is nothing but hydrogen bonding. And the conditions for hydrogen bonding is the hydrogen bond is formed between two atoms of hydrogen atom and highly electronegative atoms such as nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc. And the size of the electronegative atom should be small. And some of the important points, the strength of hydrogen bond is about 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. Covalent bond strength is very high as compared with hydrogen bonding, and hydrogen bonds are generally represented is by dotted line, and the strength of hydrogen bond can be increased by increasing the electronegativity of other element. Next is types of hydrogen bonds. Examples nu alle ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡು. Types of hydrogen bond or hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonds are classified into two different types. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding and other one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. First one is intermolecular hydrogen bond. Second one is intramolecular hydrogen bond. These are the two different types of hydrogen bonding. We will discuss one by one. First one is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. What is intermolecular hydrogen bonding? The hydrogen bond formed by two molecules of the same substance or different substance. Hydrogen bond is formed between two molecules. ಎರಡು molecules ಇರ್ತಾವಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಎರಡು molecules ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. hydrogen bond formed between two molecules of the same substance or different substances. That is nothing but intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding is nothing but the hydrogen bond formed between two molecules of the same substance or different substance. That is nothing but intermolecular hydrogen bonding. For example, let us consider hydrogen bonding in hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride dalli nodri, this is HF, 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 HF. In this, hydrogen is bonded with more electronegative fluorine and the hydrogen bond is formed between more electronegative fluorine and hydrogen atom of other molecule, different molecule. ಇವು ಎರಡೂದ್ರ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಡಾಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ more electronegative fluorine and hydrogen atom. ಇವೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಿ. All the molecules are hydrogen fluorides. Between fluorine and hydrogen bond is formed and that is called intermolecular. Inter means ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ molecule ನಡುವೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ hydrogen bond formation ಆಗಿದೆ. Another example is this is first one, this is second one. Here second example, the hydrogen bonds form between water molecule. Water molecule nadu ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ hydrogen bonding formation ಆಗಿದೆ. This dotted lines are represented by hydrogen bond. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the more electronegative oxygen atom is hydrogen bonded with another water molecule containing hydrogen atom. ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ hydrogen bonding. Another example is water, ammonia in water. Ammonia in water, these are the two different substances. ಇವು ಎರಡು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಬಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಟೂ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್, ದ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ hydrogen atom of water molecule. These two are the different substances, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ substance. Another example is ethanol in water, that is a example for hydrogen, intermolecular hydrogen bonding in different substances. HO, C2H5, HOH, HOC2H5, HOH. Here there are two different substances, one is ethanol and other one is water, and when water and ethanol forming intermolecular hydrogen bonding between oxygen atom of ethanol with hydrogen atom of water molecule, as well as the hydrogen atom of ethanol is hydrogen bonded with oxygen atom of water molecule. These are the examples for intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And one more very important point in the intermolecular hydrogen bonding is, in this the molecular association takes place. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ molecular association ಆಗ್ತಾವ, molecules ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ್ತಾವ, and it increases the melting as well as boiling points of a substance. Molecular association takes place in intermolecular hydrogen bonding. It causes high melting point as well as boiling point, and physical state of the substance is also changes. This is the first type of hydrogen bonding, that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Then second type is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Second type is intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bond is nothing but the hydrogen bond formed between two atoms of the same molecule. ಒಂದ molecule ಒಳಗಿನ ಎರಡು atom ಜೊತೆ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, hydrogen bond formation ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. That is nothing but intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bond formed between two atoms of the same molecule is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bond is nothing but the hydrogen bond is formed between two atoms of the same molecule. Illenada two molecules of the same substance or different substance. Iveradu same substance, ille different substance, here also different substance. Then examples for intramolecular hydrogen bonding. First one is orthosubstituted organic molecules containing more electronegative group as well as hydrogen atom. These exhibits intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This is benzene, here oxygen, oxygen, hydrogen. This is orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol form intramolecular hydrogen bonding between oxygen atom of nitro group and hydrogen atom of hydroxyl group. This is the intramolecular hydrogen bonding form between oxygen atom of nitro group and hydrogen atom of hydroxyl group. These are at the ortho position. Ortho position ದಾಗ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ intramolecular hydrogen bonding ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ formation. Then second example is orthonitroaniline. This is orthonitroaniline ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. This orthonitroaniline also form intramolecular hydrogen bonding between oxygen atom of nitro group and hydrogen atom of amine group. This is amine group ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ intramolecular hydrogen bonding is formed. Then third example is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is also called as salicylaldehyde. This is called salicylaldehyde, and this also form intramolecular hydrogen bonding between oxygen atom of aldehyde group and hydrogen atom of hydroxyl group. These are the examples for intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Our intermolecular hydrogen bonding example, these are the intramolecular hydrogen bonding example. And here there is no molecular association. Molecular association ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. Within the molecule hydrogen bond is formed. ಅಲ್ಲೇ different molecules, between different molecules hydrogen bond is formed and molecular association or aggregation is occurs, and due to molecular association high melting as well as boiling points. Here molecular association does not takes place. Molecular association ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Hence these have low melting point as well as boiling points as compared with intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Intermolecular hydrogen bonds se compare ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these having low melting as well as boiling points. For example, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ paranitrophenol, the molecular association takes place having high boiling point than orthonitrophenol. The para-nitroaniline having high boiling point than orthonitrophenol, because the orthonitrophenol forming intramolecular hydrogen bonding there is no or does not takes place, molecular association does not takes place, and the boiling point as well as melting points are less than that of intermolecular hydrogen bonded molecules. These are the some examples types of hydrogen bonding. Then next is effects of hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bonding ನಿಂದ ಏನೇನು effects ಆಗ್ತಾವ? effects of hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond in ಏನೇನು effects ಆಗ್ತವೆ? The first one is the physical state of substance may change. First point is the physical states of a substance may change. Physical states of a substance may change. For example, let us consider water and hydrogen sulfide. These are the hydrides of 16th group elements. H2O is a liquid state at room temperature, whereas H2S is gaseous state at room temperature due to the absence of hydrogen bonding in H2S and presence of hydrogen bonding in H2O molecule. H2O molecule ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these H2S and H2O, these are the hydrides of 16th group elements. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅವು ಎರಡೂದಕ್ಕೂ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ sulfur, that is hydrogen sulfide ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Hydrogen sulfide is gaseous phase under normal condition, but water molecule is liquid state under normal condition. Room temperature means normal condition. This is because of the hydrogen bonding exists in water molecule, but H2S, the absence of hydrogen bonding, H2S is in gaseous phase. This is the first point. Then second one is the melting point and boiling points of substance increases. Water molecule is in liquid state under normal condition due to hydrogen bonding and it has a high boiling point. High boiling point ಯಾಕೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ intermolecular hydrogen bonding is exist in water molecule under normal condition and it shows high melting as well as boiling point. Then third one is the substances undergo dimerization or polymerization. This leads to abnormal molecular mass. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ compounds exist as dimers or polymers, and having abnormal molecular weight. molecular weight ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ abnormal ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ molecular mass ಗಿಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಹೆಚ್ಚರೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಡಿಮೆರೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಡೈಮರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. This is the acetic acid. Two acetic acid molecules combine to form a single entity that is called a dimer ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಡೈಮರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ದೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸದ ನಡು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವೆರಡು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಇದೊಂದು ಅಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಅಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು hydrogen bond is formed and this is called intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and due to molecular association dimerization takes place, and these having high melting as well as boiling point and abnormal molecular mass. Association ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ abnormal molecular mass ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. Then fourth point is the substances are soluble in water. Substance ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ highly soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond formation ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these are soluble in water. Substances are soluble in water. Substances are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bond with water. For example, ethanol, C2H5, HO, C2H5, HOH. The substances are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bond with water. Water ಜೊತೆ hydrogen bond formation ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ethanol ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ hydrogen bond formation ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. The hydrogen atom of ethanol is hydrogen bonded with oxygen atom of water molecule, and oxygen atom of ethanol is hydrogen bonded with hydrogen atom of water molecule. Then another point is, fifth one is the strength of hydrogen bond in HF is greater than that of water. The strength of hydrogen bond in HF is greater than H2O. Strength of hydrogen bond is greater than HF. The strength of hydrogen bond in pandra more than that of water, but the boiling point of water is higher than that of HF. But the boiling point of water is more than that of HF. This is because this is due to, there are two important points. The number of hydrogen bonds in water molecules are double than that of HF, because ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅದಾವ, ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಐತಿ. ಆ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ of oxygen atom. The number of hydrogen bonds in water are double than the HF. This is the first point. Second point is the hydrogen fluoride is hydrogen bonding in vapor phase also. HF molecule having hydrogen bond in its vapor phase, but water molecule not having hydrogen bond in its vapor phase. HF having hydrogen bond in its vapor phase, but H2O does not having hydrogen bond in its vapor phase. These are the two reasons for the strength of hydrogen bond in HF is greater than that of H2O, but the boiling point of water is more than that of. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರ್ತೈತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಬಟ್ in case of water molecule, the number of hydrogen bonds are double than that of HF, as well as the HF molecule in vapor phase forming hydrogen bond, but water molecule does not forming hydrogen bond in its vapor phase. Then next one is, in case of nitrogen and chlorine having similar electronegativities, nitrogen and chlorine having similar electronegativity, but ಇವೆರಡು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ HCl ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್. NH3 involving in hydrogen bonding, whereas HCl is not forming or involving hydrogen bond. This is because the conditions that we have now, conditions for hydrogen bonding, the size of the electronegative atom should be small. Here the size of the nitrogen atom is small as compared with the chlorine, and the nitrogen atom in the ammonia molecules involving hydrogen bonding, but the chlorine atom in HCl molecule not forming or not involving in the hydrogen bonding due to small size of nitrogen and large size of Cl. Then last point is paranitrophenol having high boiling point and more volatile in nature than the orthonitrophenol. Paranitrophenol has high boiling point and more volatile nature than orthonitrophenol. This is because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ orthonitrophenol having less boiling point than paranitrophenol. This is because in paranitrophenol intermolecular hydrogen bonding takes place and molecular association, due to molecular association the boiling point is high and it is less volatile, less volatile in nature. Due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding in paranitrophenol, molecular association takes place having leads to high boiling point than orthonitrophenol, forming intramolecular hydrogen bonding. These are the some important effects of hydrogen bonding. Effects of hydrogen bonding, first one is physical states of substance may change. Physical states of substance means water is liquid state, hydrogen sulfide is gaseous phase, or HF is liquid state, HCl is gaseous state. This is due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And second point is the melting point as well as boiling points of substance increases due to molecular association. Then third point is compounds exist as a dimer or polymer and having abnormal molecular weights, because for example acetic acid molecules undergo dimerization due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding and it has a high boiling point, and the substances are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bond with water molecule, and this is an example. Then the strength of hydrogen bond in HF is more than that of H2O, but the boiling point of water is more than that of HF. This is due to two important points. The number of hydrogen bonds in water molecule are double than that of HF. Second one is the HF molecules forming hydrogen bond in vapor phase also, but the hydrogen the water molecules not forming hydrogen bond in vapor phase. Then next point is nitrogen and chlorine having similar size, similar electronegativity. The ammonia molecule involving hydrogen bonding, whereas the HCl not forming hydrogen bond due to large size of chlorine. Nitrogen has smaller size and this involving in the hydrogen bonding. Then last point is orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol comparison with these two. Paranitrophenol having a high boiling point and less volatile nature. High boiling point and a less volatile nature. This is due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding formed between orthonitrophenol and the molecular association takes place. The example is like this. The intermolecular hydrogen bonding exists between orthonitrophenol. Molecular association takes place and having high boiling point and less volatile nature than the orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol dalli enaagtada intramolecular hydrogen bonding formation agtade. These are the some important effects of hydrogen bond. We discussed coordinate bond, then hydrogen bond, then conditions for hydrogen bonding, types of hydrogen bonding and effects of hydrogen bonding. Next class we will discuss another important concept, that is molecular orbital theory. Thank you.